2, 1. Hello and welcome to another fine episode of Lane to the Future. My name is Curtis Lane.
And I'm David Moore.
And I am hosting today. This is a Lane to the Future where I and Dave look into our future of music. You ready to do it, Dave?
I'm going to give it everything.
Giving it everything.
All right, Dave, so you ready to go?
There we go.
All right, yeah, we're ready to go.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and we'd like to take a second to remind you this is by a More Daily Podcast Network. This is the More Daily Podcast Network, and it is a More Daily Podcast with me, Curtis Lane, in there.
And David Moore.
Of course, Dave. Okay, so today's topic is music. And we're talking the broad spectrum here, like production, corporations, stuff on that topic, and the music itself. Sales, yes.
Yes.
How it's going to be sold. Well, it's a very large thing in music.
Yeah.
You know? Music has lots of little interludes.
Yes, it does. Music, Curtis, today is a wonderful thing. If you're like me, you love your iPod, you love jamming out, you love it pretty much any time of the day, anywhere, anytime. But things are changing. Now, it was about a year ago that Google Music's official, we're going to sell, customer music, kind of went, there. Now, it's not, and I tried to sign up for it, so obviously it's a pain in the ass, because I would know. And
of course, Dave, of course. It figures you're going to sign up for everything Google.
Oh, no, not necessarily.
Yeah.
I'm not diehard Google here.
Yeah,
but
you're diehard Apple.
I'm diehard, yeah. But I'm like, I could sell the Ranger Dave theme song for one of our shorts on YouTube. Just as hell. Who gives a damn? At least I wanted to. I just wanted to see if we could do it.
It would be hilarious.
Right. Okay.
Howdy, folks. I'm Ranger Dave. And if you want to find Ranger Dave, what is that link on YouTube, Dave?
www.youtube.com/DaceSpace. That's DACESPACE.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Anyway.
I want to throw that in there.
No, I mean, I just wanted to see if this would work. It's a pain in the ass. I didn't figure it out. I gave up. It's not that big of a deal for me to sell a short theme song that didn't matter. The point is if Google launches a service where people can post and sell their own music that kind of competes with iTunes, and Google's music is basically just MP3s that you can put anywhere, which means you throw them on your iPod anyway.
Which means it's going to be easier than using iTunes because iTunes doesn't cooperate with everything using I can't put things on my iPhone and my iPod because screw you,
It'll let you do that. It won't let you sync with multiple libraries, but considering that they're MP3s off a cloud server, meaning you just download it on another computer. And yes, it's still a pain in the ass of getting it into a matter of another iTunes library.
It's just a giant pain in the ass.
But
it's like running into a wall multiple times until you actually fall through.
Right.
That's how I've actually gotten through it. It's like, you know what? I'm just going to run and run and run. And then I went through. That's how it feels, man. That's how it is.
Music will continue to evolve. We have a lot of genres of music. Hopefully we can invent some new genres. Hopefully we'll come up with some ideas in this show.
Like, okay, we're talking genres, right? Because I think you're mispronouncing something because I don't know what you said.
Genres?
It's the same. I should say genres.
Genres, yeah. Okay.
But, yeah, I can see in a few hundred years, I'm talking, this is way out of the realm of what we talk about, like some, classical, grunge, death metal, techno.
Got it.
I could see that.
Where they'll list 3 different types of music on iTunes on the side instead of, it used to be one. It was like pop rock, whatever. And then it became pop rock,
Pop rocks.
Jazz, classical,
all this other crap.
Alternative rock.
Alternative rock is just rock. Yeah. I don't understand the difference.
Alternative rock means current rock, not made in the 80s, 90s, or previously.
It's all the freaking same.
It's alternative rock because it's not bubblegum pop.
Bubblegum.
Okay.
Well, it's not like it's I know what you're talking about. I understand, like, but there's so many far in between things. It's just an annoying genre thing.
Yeah.
Like, what do they have? Pop, funk now?
Yeah.
It's just stupid.
Pop funk.
There's pop funk. There's funk this, funk
Techno
that.
metal.
That's stupid. That's stupid. I gotta say, that's really stupid.
I don't actually know if there's a tech metal song. So
If there's a tech metal song, I'm gonna.
that should
it's
be
bad.
tweeted to us.
Oh God.
Yes.
You want to list
I
out
will-
the Twitters, Dave?
Not yet.
Not yet. All right.
They gotta listen to the end of the show.
Okay. Shh.
We gotta give some motivation.
Okay.
There's nothing holding them here.
True. You can
I
always. Skip
don't
to the
have a
end.
rope tied around their neck. I can't make them listen to the show.
It's like, yeah, just jump the end to see the Twitters and talk to us on. But like, what do you think music is now?
Music now.
Yeah.
Sadly.
Sadly. You want to start a few years ago?
Yeah.
All
We
right.
can start a few years.
When was music good? Music's always been good, and you can always find good
Yeah,
music.
because
but when was music in its like top prime?
90s.
90s? You're talking 90s?
90s.
I like the 90s music. I can.
But
agree
I
with
like
that.
everything before that too.
Oh yeah,
When
Beatles.
let's put it this way: when did music go wrong? At the 90s.
Once it hit 2000, and they
Slowly.
invented this new thing called crazy rap.
Crazy rap.
I'm sorry, I'm not a rap fan. That's gonna kill a lot of things here.
Now there's some good rap.
There's good rap out there. I like a few rap artists. I
Yep.
can't name off the top of my head because I don't know who they are.
Vanilla Ice.
And I like Eminem.
Speaking of Vanilla Ice plays a hilarious cameo of himself in That's My Boy.
Oh God.
Anyway, by the way, just saying.
Well, like, just some of them I just don't like anymore because it's all the same words: bitches, fuck,
House.
and house. Bitches,
House.
fucking house, and cars and drugs. Those are the main words.
And the words we can't say.
Yeah. What are the words we can't say? Oh yeah, gotcha. Got it. Caught it.
Took you
I forgot we're white. If you don't absolutely know what I'm talking about after I said that,
Yeah.
you should walk outside right now and go ask
Th-
someone.
this show needs to end. If you don't know that,
Yeah, just walk
I
outside.
release you with my rope that's tied around your neck.
Release you.
Go learn. Go view the world.
Exactly.
Yep.
But like, that's a lot of rap now, and it's a lot of bull. Cause rap has taught me that you can rhyme fuck with fuck. That's why it
truth.
ruined it for me. It's like,
Oh, the truth.
it's just
When the truth becomes real.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
I didn't know fuck could rhyme with fuck and be the only. Yeah,
Wrong
yeah.
button.
That could work though, the F bomb. But
F-bomb.
like a lot of things. What are you doing?
I'm looking for another sound effect.
Oh God. Well, why don't we focus on this, Dave?
Alright,
The
fine.
podcast, you know. Ay.
Yep. Okay, that's what you think.
This is what happens. Whatever.
Putting it
Jesus
away.
Christ. Put it away. Okay, but like 90s was where grunge evolved.
Yes.
Nirvana created the new style of grunge, which wasn't great at the time. It was still young.
Yep.
I love Nirvana. I'm sorry. I'm a Nirvana guy. Yeah, I know.
You love all three chords and.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All three chords and all three songs.
Yep.
Because we all know that the three songs were just inverted, different keys of different songs that they already did. Which isn't always a bad thing. AC/DC has been doing it for close to 40 years now. Yes,
what is it?
we're-
Rate Me.
and Smells Like Teen Spirit are the same song, just in a different key.
Yep.
That's how it works.
And then something's a reverse of the same riff.
I think it's Lithium
Yeah.
and Silver are the same, but they're reversed. I can't remember which ones are which.
And if you don't believe me, and you don't believe him, that Smells Like Teen Spirit and that Rate Me are the same
The
song.
beginning.
Go listen to it. It's the greatest moment of your life when you realize that they're exactly the same
Yeah.
song.
It's horrible. But like,
Dun, dun.
a lot of things
air
came out of the
guitar.
woodwork like then, you know? What came out in the 90s? There was the new rap, which was still good in the 90s. I like 90s
Yeah,
rap.
the beginning of rap. The well, I shouldn't say the beginning because there was rap before
oh,
that.
yeah, there
but
was rap way before then.
but start of rap's
The
domination.
more hype into synthesizers was in the 80s,
Yes.
and it seems to be coming back now.
Yeah,
if you notice
because
that.
Lady Gaga is just a blondie of
She's
the modern world.
She's a Madonna.
Madonna, sorry.
Yeah, wrong
Why
person.
am I thinking that?
It's okay.
The meat dress and the insanity is just the proof.
She used to be normal.
This strange image. You seen the picture of Lady Gaga in high school?
Yeah, she looks normal.
That's a picture you should Google. That is something that
It's life changing. You're like, holy shit, it was normal.
yeah.
It.
Specifically it. Sorry, Lady Gaga.
I don't
know
care.
you're my biggest
We're
fan.
gonna get killed by haters.
Yeah, dude, this shit's gonna be hated.
I don't care. Whatever. Well, like present, I hate a lot of the music nowadays.
Yes.
I will obviously say I hate it.
No, there's
Too much repetitive in nature. Like I don't like the songs that go on saying the same thing, and that's like the main thing.
ooh, I got a rumor has it, ooh, rumor has it, ooh.
Or like, you a stupid hoe. You a stupid hoe. The whole like
Not to say that
Not to say these
there's
songs
not
were,
some talent somewhere in there.
the beat had the talent. The guy with the synthesizer in the back who's nameless
Yep.
has the talent. The one who's singing does not.
Speaking of synthesizers that make making music very easily, there is a song by Gautier who makes, somebody that I used to know, which is pretty much one of the best songs that's been released recently.
I love
But-
xylophone, man.
But check out on the same album, if you got Spotify, it's on there. It's a song called State of the Art. And it's basically like him taking electronic music to the extreme. And it's like saying that, if you're making a song, it's not that hard. The lyrics are like, my left hand can play the choir. This technology is so good that we can't even tell the difference anymore. Magic Swing Piano really is astounding.
Oh yeah.
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 And those lyrics are the best. And at the very end of the song, because after listening to the entire rest of the album, the song doesn't. None of the songs really fit together wonderfully. Like they're not like.
It's not like a Beatles album or something.
None of them sound like the same song, which is wonderful. It's great actually.
But
the
some
whole album.
Some of them need to sound a little more similar because they go opposite ends of the spectrum, though.
Yeah, somebody I used to know. I watched an interview with him where he said that making a pop song, he thought that song was going to be stupid. Nobody was going to listen to it, and
Then it exploded.
And then it's awesome. And he's like, "Well, I was never going to do pop, but I said I'd just do it anyway." And
Then he did it.
anyway, at the end of the State of the Art,
Mm-hmm.
there's a perfect line by the narration voice of the song, and he goes, "Incidentally, on this track, there was no actual keyboard parts playing, just the occasional pressing of buttons."
Oh damn!
Yeah, and it's brilliant.
All right, so here's my question for you. I got a little question for after you say that. Is making music now too easy? Does it require less talent?
It definitely requires less talent. If I can make a song called "Never Seen the Light," which is also on YouTube,
Is that bad?
no,
That it takes so much less talent? It
No.
allows the average person to do it. I know that. But is the quality suffering? Can we
now
say yes or no to that?
I don't think we can say that the quality is suffering. What the fear is, okay,
Mm-hmm.
is that there can be so many people without talent that it'll seem like there's this overwhelming attack, because not everybody has the talent to make music. That's just the truth. That's how the world works.
Yeah, that's pretty decent. Like if it were like me, I've tried to make my own music. I can, but I can't be one of those people that sits at a computer and does it. I hate that.
Yeah, and there's still gonna be those people who still play real instruments.
Like
And
myself.
Yeah, and I'm not against it either. And I'm just not musically talented. It's not
well,
me.
that's fine.
And
The
the
only
beauty of electronic music.
The difference is, like with you, just sorry to cut you off really quick, but it had something to do with that. You're not musically talented as in like you can play a musical instrument. You're musically talented in your head. That's why I think a synthesizer is good for you.
Yeah,
Because
because
you can pick like, oh, I want to do this, this, and this. I know exactly what I want. There it is.
yeah, I want something that sounds like this. And the beauty of this is saying, YouTube, Google owning the internet world, whatever, says, you know what, nobody can copyright music. Nobody can use it, even though I consider it free publicity on the internet to use other people's music. If I can make something for myself that's mine and call it mine, and it's not, it wasn't recorded in a big music studio with a full orchestra or something. I mean, it does make a difference.
All right, I have one question for you though that goes a little bit farther back. Just about a couple seconds. You said the thing about the sharing the music.
Yeah.
How do you think that's going to happen later in life? Are we
Here's
still going to have that?
sharing music, meaning,
Like, say I could still like burn a CD from the library or something.
well,
I doubt we'll have
Speak-
CDs.
because
but...
we're on music, I'm going to bring this up.
All right, go ahead.
CDs, the wonderful thing that we used to have 1,000 of. If you look at over there, there's 5 million of them.
Those are awesome.
And I don't even know what the hell half of those are.
We need to figure that out one day.
Yeah.
Whatever.
You try going through that many CDs. I've tried.
I'm good.
Anyway, people are allowed to do whatever they want. Computer companies are allowed to do whatever they want. Turns out they follow Apple. Apple decides, because they want to make thinner computers, they're going to throw away this thing called in their case, the super drive. In the real world, the optical drive. So every single new Mac doesn't have a CD drive, because they can go, nope, we don't need it anymore. It's obsolete to us. We don't give a damn. On the other end of the world, there's a company, called Intel that makes the processors for all these computers. And the Windows side of the world likes to copy Macs. So they're making the super thin Ultrabooks with no optical drives as well. And
I'm sorry, I like my optical drives.
yep,
I like being able to watch DVDs. I like being able to watch Blu-rays and crap.
on your computer without having to download it.
Yeah, because once you download it, it's all that space. It's taking up nothing.
Right.
It's like I have this one movie. It's, say, how big?
Couple gigs.
A couple gigs. Like it's 2 gigs or something.
Yeah.
Depending on how good of quality is, but average is 2. It's like you have 2 gigs on your computer.
Yeah.
If you only have like a 320 gig hard drive because you have an Ultrabook, you're screwed.
And most of these Ultrabooks, because the size and the shape and how they have to make them, most of them are, non-spinning. They're SSDs. So because that, you don't even get as much space unless you're cranking out the money.
Yeah, and you have all the other drives out over there.
Right. So you're losing the ability to burn CDs. You're losing the ability to rip CDs, which is more of a concern to me than anything, because I agree the disk drive is kind of, it's needed and it's not. And
It's both.
yeah,
Because the fact that most software comes on a disk
on Windows.
on Windows.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying, like you can download any software you want from the internet.
Right, and that's how
But
they're all gonna move. But
the problem is, I'd still like to hold that disc in my hand.
yeah,
Because once you lose that disc, you lose your hard copy. It's no longer reality anymore. You're going into digital crap.
Yep.
Which is the same thing I just realized with all the money I have.
Yeah,
I don't have any money. It's all digital.
it's
It's all numbers and computers and crap.
yeah. Now, I don't know. This is the weirdest thing to me, is we can take music, and we can say the optical drive is dead in computers, which is basically how music works now. Everybody has an iPod.
Okay.
Let's just let it go. That's how the world works.
Yeah, everybody's got a freaking iPod or something.
If we get rid of CDs, companies are still making vinyl records.
Oh yeah.
Go look. They have come back. If you look around, new artists are releasing their songs
On vinyl.
on vinyl.
I know. Gautier has vinyl records out, man.
Yeah, they all do.
They have them at the Exchange.
Yeah.
I kind of want one.
Yeah, who doesn't?
Dude, I love vinyl. It has so much more soul.
Oh, yeah. It sounds way better. It gets worn.
I don't care. That's the thing. The records are meant to be cared for. It's this thing that you buy
Yeah.
that ends up being worth money in the end. Like, when you look at it, you buy a CD. Say AC/DC releases a CD. Nowadays, the old guys.
Yep.
The ones that don't want to grow up or anything. But they're stuck in Never Ever Land, whatever. But they release a CD, not a record. A CD loses its value very, very quickly because it becomes worn. You can't fix a CD. A record you can. There are ways to.
Yeah.
And if you care for your record, you get like so much more money afterward.
Yeah. And look, if we're going to we went from making records to making cassette tapes, which were the worst things ever. If you really know the
Not
truth.
really. Did you know that you can record video on a cassette tape?
Yes,
Isn't that epic? That would be so much better.
but the quality
Quality's pretty good.
of video or audio.
Video.
Yeah, because the audio on a cassette tape,
Surprisingly great.
cassette audio is bad. If you
Oh, duh.
go take a look back at it, if
Dude,
you
it's
don't believe me,
horrible.
Yeah, it's bad. It's awesome that we made it, but no.
There's no point. I like
Then we went to
8-tracks better.
CDs. CDs sound great if you know how to import them properly.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna go to digital era,
We go to MP3s and WAV files and all
which
that crap.
I love waves. I'm okay with MP3s. AACs are good.
Yeah.
What is the other one?
I don't know. Who cares?
The ones that don't open in iTunes that sound great.
WMA? Just fucking with you, dude. You know I'm screwing with you.
Expedia movie, whatever the hell. The music. If we're gonna go to digital, then we start making vinyl again. I'm confused. I'm
Well,
concerned. If
It's a
that's,
revert thing. We're stepping
Yeah.
back in the time.
if music's gonna go backwards, will we go back to like
8 tracks?
God no, please God.
I don't like
I've
those.
only seen like 2 8-tracks in
Dude,
my
I
life.
own 8 tracks. I own an 8-track player.
Does it work?
Yeah. I can't find it,
I'm
though.
gonna come see this.
I can't
You
find it.
gotta
It's in my-
find it.
I do.
I'm gonna come see this.
All right, but
That's like playing your NES on the large flat screen TV.
awesome. All right, so dude, I wanted to tell you something really quick about CDs and records because you look at them, they're kind of the same shape. They're both circles. I guess
They're
would be a
both
good way to put it.
circles.
But like CDs cannot be recycled.
Okay.
They're made of plastic.
Yes.
They cannot be recycled. They're horrible for this earth. There are thousands upon thousands of CDs in landfills and crap just filling crap up. Vinyl records are. They're completely 100% recyclable.
But they're big.
Doesn't matter. No, have you ever seen a 40 or 45? The small
Yeah,
ones?
they're not much bigger.
Doesn't matter.
Slightly bigger than a
Like-
CD.
Okay, I'm going to kind of throw this into a different country really quick because in Jamaica where they make a lot of reggae music, like there's a new band every few weeks. What they do is they chop up the records, they remelt them and make new records. You
That
can't do
works.
that. Yeah, you can't do that with a CD.
No, can't.
And the funny thing is the vinyl doesn't give off any emissions. And it's almost what is it, like a 90% renewal rate? You get 90% back, unlike plastic where you only get like 40.
God, it astounds me how right people were and then how wrong we went in some things.
It's one of those things that you're doing. Okay, it's fixing something that isn't broke.
Like
Once again,
Facebook.
yeah, and iTunes.
What's wrong with iTunes?
I'm just annoyed that every 4 seconds on my friggin' okay, I know it's Windows. I know I have a Windows computer and I get an update every fucking 3 weeks for iTunes 10.2.1 or 10.2.2 or 10.2.3.
It's
What the
'cause
hell?
let's just be honest. They can't write software for Windows because
It's just annoying. It
they
works
just,
fine.
They just write flawed software when it comes to Windows End, and they're like, "Damn it, we
No.
look at those viruses and we have to
Well, like, there
write
was-
for them."
Sorry, I put like 10.0 is fine.
Right.
When the hell did we have to get 10.2.5 to like 8?
If it makes you feel any better, I'm at 10.2.5,
I'm at
and it just stays.
10.5.3.
It just stays there.
Well, I can't turn off the freaking message. Every time there's a new update, it keeps coming up.
I don't get any updates. There are none. For
You know
mine.
what? You know what? Fuck you. You know what? You know what? Mr. Mac boy.
iTunes is a wonderful.
You know what?
Look, you don't know how wonderful iTunes is until you use it on a Mac, and then you like
Oh,
go,
just shut
how did I
up.
deal with this on Windows? Like, it didn't work. It
All right, if I had the money, I'd buy a Mac, but I don't, so I have a PC. So shut up.
yeah, no, I'm totally willing to admit that that's a broken program.
Yeah.
It's like Safari on a Windows computer. It's
All right,
just
so will that get better later?
will
Or
iTunes get better?
will like things that like that Songify, all that crap,
Spotify,
Spotify. Well, I was thinking of something else.
Songify, it makes you music out of you singing stuff.
I know. Crap. Shit, I'm
There's
not,
Songify.
I'm
there's
still asleep, dude.
Pandora.
You know this.
There's Audio. There's
Pandora's awesome. Pandora made my life in college.
we said it in the internet episode, but I'm gonna say it again because I want people to hear this. In Pandora, add a button to add to Spotify. It's not that much to ask.
Boom.
Boom.
Spotify.
Pandora becomes the greatest service in the world at that point.
Exactly.
Because I can just put
I hate
Pandora on and just add stuff to my Spotify account without having to go to Spotify and look it up.
I hate that Spotify costs money on the iPod.
Yes.
That's bullshit.
Yep.
It's free on my computer. Why is it not free on my iPod? It's the
As
same
long as you
goddamn
have internet
thing.
everywhere.
It's the same goddamn thing.
Yep.
What the fuck?
It's
I'm getting more angry in this
it's
episode.
the license of portableness because if you have the ability to put it on an iPod, you have the ability to steal it like legitly and put it on a computer somewhere else.
Yeah.
Not easily. It still wouldn't be a pain in the ass, but it's doable, and therefore that's why they won't let you just do it. And
Okay, so right now, where are we at with music in all time? Anyone can make it pretty much, right?
Yes.
Anyone can make music. You don't have to be talented.
Anybody can sell it,
Anyone can sell it, yeah.
and that's important.
You can put anything you want on iTunes. It's going to cost
No,
you
not
money.
on iTunes.
It-
You have to get a publisher
I
through
know.
iTunes.
I know. It costs you money, but you
Yeah.
can do it.
Yes, you can do it.
So anybody could do it.
Anybody
Pretty
can
much.
sell music on Google Music for free.
Exactly.
Without
There's
a
that.
publisher.
There you go.
And
What kind of style do we have? We have a lot of repetitive shit.
we have a lot of repetitive.
A lot of repetitive.
I don't
Like
even know what to call Lady Gaga and Kesha. I don't know what to
I call them techno.
techno.
They want to call them pop. I call them techno because
Tech-
all it is a
techno pop.
synthesizer. Yeah, techno pop. I go with that.
Yeah.
It's all it is a synthesizer and somebody singing some random crap.
With some autotune.
Yeah, it's always
And
auto-tuned.
occasionally the proof that they have talent and yet they don't
What-
use it.
What talent? What?
Some of them can sing.
Some of them can,
And then they
most of 'em
auto-tune
can't.
it half the time and then they just destroy their actual voices.
Yeah,
It's like, well, you had talent and then you
I just want to meet the guy on the synthesizer and be like, dude, you're really good. You should be
Yep.
making more money. What else? What kind of genre? We have a lot of genres right now.
yeah, there's
Too many to list.
what gives me hope today is Paul McCartney will release a new album that's wonderful. Kisses on the Bottom.
Well,
You should-
dude, he's one of the originals, man.
right.
Well-
But the originals can still release a good album, and that makes me feel much
because
better.
they have musical talent. They have this awesome thing called talent.
And they can throw 5 other talented people in a room and record an album basically in like one sitting, and you can tell because it's not like perfect. Like you can tell that this guy like goes, you know what, guys, let's just record it. Let's just do it.
Let's just wing it.
Yep.
Like when-
I'm gonna fly down there.
Yeah.
We know these songs. Give me some songs you want to do, and we're just gonna record them and throw them on an album.
Just gonna wing this shit.
And guess what? Comes out brilliant.
Exactly.
Wonderful.
I love
and yeah. Then people like Gautier, who weren't
Oh yeah.
widely spread here, will make a pop song. It'll
And it's
go
great.
extremely viral, amazingly. And
I love the Gautier right now. They're awesome, man.
yeah, he's got some talent, and he's been making music for years.
The
so
girl has some freaking talent.
yes,
She needs more recognition.
yeah, I know she does.
Needs to be in her. She has to have a. She should have a song her own with him in the background.
Yes.
Because she has some fucking talent. Her voice is fucking beautiful.
Yes, it is, and her music isn't widely spread at all.
No, it's not.
And it might be because we're here and they're Australian.
Eh,
And they were popular there
Could
before somebody I used to know was popular here. So she might have some more there. It's just, when you're competing with Lil Wayne on the American
oh god.
charts on iTunes,
Someone please kill him. Okay, people I want dead. Lil Wayne. Justin Bieber. Lady Gaga. Well, not really. Lady Gaga I can deal with. She can stay alive. Bieber needs to die. That's the 100%
Bieber.
thing. Miley Cyrus hasn't done anything in a while, so I don't really care anymore. Bieber needs to die. That's
Bieber
my
need-
main thing. Bieber needs to die.
here's a new song.
No,
It sounds super ghetto. Not lie.
he's a white kid
Yep.
from Canada.
Yep.
Therefore, he cannot be ghetto. Do you know what ghetto means, Dave?
Yeah,
This is why I don't like
no,
things.
No, I know. I know what it means.
I don't like the term
But-
ghetto.
but
I
take the-
hate that.
Take Lil Wayne
All right.
and replace him with Justin Bieber. It's the
So I
same
gotta-
song. This is how Justin Bieber sounds in his new song. All girls love me. All girls love me.
It's because he hit puberty. Somebody like his balls like went straight to the floor.
And they're like, well, we gotta use this kid anyway because we paid all the money to give him this contract so that he'd make music for this
like
many years.
Yeah, he's still in his contract.
Right. So it's like, well, let's.
It's just like how Fred's still making movies on Nickelodeon now. Oh God. He has the third Fred movie.
No.
Yeah.
Did you ever watch the Fred movie?
Yes. It was horrible.
It was. So
I watched it 2 years ago when it first came out.
It was so bad.
Dude, it was fucking horrible. That was the worst shit ever.
It wasn't even that the first. It wasn't that the Fred movie was good and then they made a sequel that was bad. No.
The Fred movie was bad. And they made a shitty sequel. Now they're making a shitty triquel.
Yeah.
It's bullshit.
No.
All right, so you want to go to 5 years?
Yeah.
You ready to go?
After we go through the fact that Lucas,
you need to stop making crap.
Go back to the beginning, and you're making something talented. Continue making shows with Nickelodeon where you actually look like you're the freaking age you are. Number one, like you're not even making an effort to make you look like you're 6. You just are 14 and you sound like you're 6 and you're acting like you're 6, but you still look like you need to shave.
Dude, how old is that guy? Is he like almost 20 now?
No, because he's younger than us. So
I doubt that, dude.
No, he's a couple years younger than us. So he's like probably 18, 17.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Come on, dude.
Like, there's not even an effort. Like, if you take a YouTube video and you put the camera above you and then you change that voice, it's very possible to play a 6-year-old. I get that. If you take professional cameras, put them at the perfect height, and then compare yourself to a bunch of teenagers who aren't acting like they're 6,
you're fucked.
You're just no. You're just.
It's just sad, man.
It's digging your own hole, and then you're gonna sit in it, and it'll slowly sink until you're in China, and then you'll start digging the hole back the other way.
You know what the worst thing about him being on Nickelodeon is? What's he gonna do after that? Nothing.
Roll in his pile of money until he hits the age of like 45, and it's broke, and then he's in the
it's
news
gonna be like 35.
Doing crack.
I have this thing that like Disney and Nickelodeon kill careers for kids.
They don't look. Okay, Disney is the perfect example. They steal. Well, we should do this in a TV show, but they will take perfectly made characters, a perfect story, and throw it in a hole, drown their puppy, drown the puppies of everybody who liked this, and
destroy the hopes and dreams of every child in the world.
For example,
basically.
Best example of Disney's destruction is Doug.
Yeah, I know. Dude, we've talked about this in cartoons, okay? We know how you love Doug. I'm talking like...
Speaking of which, sorry.
Go ahead.
But Doug is now available on iTunes.
Awesome.
The first season. It's not available anywhere else. I can't find the DVDs on Amazon.
I bet you're happy about that.
I bought it. That's how happy I
Figures.
was. First season, bought it. $13.
Okay, I'm just saying this, okay?
Yes.
Miley Cyrus. We're going to go to her real quick.
That's
She was on... What was it? Nickelodeon or was she on Disney? I don't watch these things.
She's on Disney.
She was on Disney? Okay.
As Hannah
She
Montana.
left Disney. Stopped being Hannah Montana. Who won't listen to her shit after that?
The people who listen to Hannah Montana.
True. The diehard Hannah Montana fans. But most of them went to Bieber.
Yes. True.
Did you know he has his own perfume now?
Yes. Yes, I did.
It's very girly looking. It's funny.
Yep. It's not cologne. It's perfume.
No, he's got a fucking perfume.
Yep.
First male to have his own perfume line.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, probably. First male guy that really wants it, I guess.
First
There's way too much Bieber shit.
well known to us.
Yeah.
I'm sure some other celebrity has done that.
Yeah, whatever.
And the problem is I'm pretty sure they didn't release a Justin Bieber cologne because I'm sure other celebrities released their perfume.
Dude, whoa.
And their
okay,
cologne.
would any guy buy a Justin Bieber cologne?
12-year-old boys.
I wouldn't. Fuck that. I don't need to smell like some 2-year-old.
I would if I was 12 and I wanted to attract the ladies.
True, but I don't think you would attract the ladies, Dave. You might scare them away.
I'm talking
Because
when
you're
I was
20.
When I was 12.
If you're trying to be 12 right now, that kind of scares me a little bit. So what up, Jacko? All right, so 5 years. Where are we going with this? I feel like there's going to be more techno. There's going to be more synthesizing. Like more really
occasional pressing of buttons.
The occasional pressing of buttons a lot of the time.
That's the perfect perfect reality, though.
Exactly.
There were no real keyboard parts in this song, just the occasional pressing of buttons.
Which isn't bad.
That's brilliant. That's the brilliant line to add to a song.
I forget what it's called, but it's that big board with all the buttons that have different things you can send to mix different sounds, like a soundboard or some shit. I don't
You
know.
could call it a soundboard. You could call it a
But
beat
like,
pad. It depends on what it is.
there's a lot of good things you can do with that. It's really, really moldable. You can make anything you want. It's like clay. You can
Yeah.
make whatever the hell you want.
You want a trumpet? Well, you might not know somebody who plays the trumpet, but you might rock out on guitar, and you might want to mix the trumpet and the guitar. And
Now with GarageBand, you can.
yeah, exactly. With the power of computers and technology, you can.
I hope in 5 years that that more people get a hold of that technology and make more music, and more people are found out.
Yeah,
I would hope that'd be great for 5 years, because I think that will happen.
and I think there's plenty of people in the world who have, vocal talent, or they play a specific instrument, and they might not be good at writing their own stuff. But, there are people who get their music written for them. Now, with the power of the internet, it is very easy to widespread yourself and be that person who's discovered and get somebody else to help you write your own. It's like taking American Idol and then making it worldwide and then saying, "Look,
Dude, I love that. I started to hate American Idol.
we all hate American Idol by now."
I liked it in the beginning when it
Yes.
was real. Then it became crap because a few people I liked didn't win, because I know for a fact that everyone voted for that person.
Yep.
Not going to say anybody, any names. I'm not going to screw that up for myself because I haven't watched it in a couple years.
Right.
But I started liking the what's it called with the 3 X's? Shit.
I have no idea.
I don't know.
I can't help you out here.
It's like America's Got Talent or whatever.
There's America's Got Talents, and then there's
There's like every country has its own whatever's got talent.
yeah.
Like the ones I like are like the other countries.
Yeah.
I don't like America's Got Talent because it's all the same shit.
Yep.
If you go to look into like Korea's Got Talent, yeah, it's in a different language, but you would know exactly what those people are talking about.
Yeah, because they're showing talents. It's not that hard.
Yeah, and also you get with the tone of the voice of the judges. If it's like, I can't do good Korean accent or anything, but something like that, or like they're angry, you sound crappy.
Yeah.
Basically, that's it.
Yep. And you don't have to understand
You don't need to know the language to know what somebody's talking about.
or what they're doing. I mean, yeah, talent. Those shows aren't just singing. What's the what is it? It's like singer crew, or
I don't know.
what? It's a show where basically, vocal artists who come in and like six people, they all sing the parts of the song. It's the coolest thing ever.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I can't remember.
Yeah.
But go on.
Whatever that show is, shows that there's some hope for the world.
There is some hope for the world.
Now look. In 5 years, Google Music will have taken off because it exists now, but it's not widely spread.
Yeah, it's not that big out there yet.
5 years is a longer time than we think. And I think that with Google Music, iTunes will release a customer section or a users section or whatever, because anybody can write an app for the App Store. Anybody can publish an iBook. Okay? If anybody can do that, why can't anybody put a song on iTunes without a publisher? If I can make a song,
Because iTunes wants to make more money.
but
You
they
know
would
that.
make more money. If I could sell my song for $1, and every time they sold, they get, what do they get, 30 cents?
I don't know how it works.
If you took a customer version, because if you sell music through a publisher, you lose way more money than that. You don't get $1 a song. You don't get 70 cents a song. You probably get 30 cents a song sold
Like
if
shit.
you're lucky.
You get shit on.
The wonderful thing for iTunes would be, we could say, well, we're publishing it for you, and we're hosting your server for you, and we're gonna give you 60 cents a song, and we're gonna take 40.
I'd be fine with that.
Yep. And you know what? That's not a bad deal. That's not a bad trade at all. That's great for an independent artist. And if I can make a song in GarageBand and then I can hit send to iTunes, why can't I send to iTunes Store?
Exactly.
Like, why?
Because I'm going with they want that monthly fee thing.
Yep.
No matter how much they want that extra money. It's all about the money. I don't know why.
I feel like they make more money though.
I don't know, man.
Like
It all depends, I guess.
it
On how you look
it
at
could be the
things.
concern that the more people who are publishing music, the more money it's going to cost to host all that music, and if that music's not selling,
It could be
then
that,
they're going to
yeah.
lose money. And Google's never afraid to take a hit, which is a wonderful Google thing to me. They impress me with they will buy YouTube because the people who owned YouTube were going into the hole and being broke because YouTube takes a lot of money to host. Okay? And then they can lose several $1 million a day owning YouTube to
And
sacrifice
still keep it up.
and then go, look, we have to find a way to pay for this. We're still willing to keep this a free service.
Ads.
We'll do it because you know what? We care. And now they make a shit ton of money off YouTube
And there's a shit ton of ads.
and they're not losing any money.
I still need to install ad blocker. I hate that shit. I hate being forced to watch an ad about something I don't care about.
It depends on who I'm watching. If I'm watching some random YouTuber I don't give a damn about,
You're
I-
just like, you know what? Refresh. Fuck you.
it's like, please don't show me your ad. Because it makes me respect you a lot less. When it's a YouTuber that I like a lot and I watched the video pretty much before and there was no ad and then they put an ad on it, I'm like, you know what? I'll watch this to support you because I know it does make a difference.
All right, you want to know something funny? I've actually gotten stuck watching one of those 3-minute long ads
Without a skip button. I've done
without
it.
a skip button.
Yep. It's
For the
messy.
stupid political campaign.
Yep.
I don't give a fuck.
Look,
It's like, okay, this was somebody's idea to put this on here. And then then the YouTuber guy wanted to put it on there.
Right.
And then it gets to me. I'm third generation. I don't give a fuck.
I am a supporter of ads because I know what they mean.
Yeah, I know that that's
And-
their way of making money, but the freaking political campaign, whose money are you making it for?
Yep.
There's no money there. Yeah, Google's making the money.
Yes.
But being a non-voter, I get to say this because I don't care about
Yep.
the political campaign. I don't care that this certain thing doesn't support this person. I don't give a fuck.
It astounds me when you see those ads, and it astounds me that we take all this time to know everything about everybody on the internet. Google takes the time to know your search, the way you search, a little bit deeper than I would think, than I think we know. If they take all the time to do that, shouldn't they know that I don't care that Romney or Obama said this, and even though they're totally taking things out of context?
Oh, yeah.
Look,
It's like they'll take out of context, Obama hates everyone, or Obama hates babies.
right.
It's like, when the hell did he say that?
What is the one? There's one currently that goes, the private sector's doing fine. The private sector's doing fine. The private sector's doing fine. What did he say?
Yeah, what was the
He could
context
have
of
he could
it?
have said, I think, or they know that the private sector's doing fine.
Yeah, or some shit
He
like
could have
that.
been quoting the opposite thing of what he said.
Exactly.
Look,
It's all out of context bullshit.
now we got to stay on music here.
Yeah, I
Before
know.
we
We're
get
going
into
into
politics.
bullshit and ads and shit. Okay, so 5 years.
I want iTunes to release, and I'm just gonna take a stab in the dark,
Alright.
with a knife in the middle of the woods where there's no trees. The
what I
middle
was
of the
gonna
woods where there's no trees. Got it.
That's the nice sound effect.
Where iTunes releases a user section. Now
Okay.
look, this is how I want, and Apple's totally is able to steal this idea.
Do it.
You have a button GarageBand that already exists that says send to iTunes. Add a button that says send to iTunes store. I log in with my Apple ID. My Apple ID becomes my publisher. Okay? You give me a username on iTunes instead of, my email. That would be awesome. I use that to publish music. Okay?
I like that idea.
Now, to avoid professional content versus consumer content, because there is a very big gap, you release 2 tabs at the top of the store. One says consumer, one says, publisher. One's the professional end, one's the consumer end. But I can sit there and browse consumer music forever.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
And you
Look,
could find so much good shit.
it's a SoundCloud to the extreme. Apple has enough money to do it right now. They have enough money to spend it, use it, waste it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no problem. Okay, they can do whatever they want. They have enough money to buy Google if they wanted. Well, pretty close.
They do and do it at the same time.
Yep.
It's like weird.
They have enough cash to buy Facebook. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah.
Especially after their stocks. But the if they did that, they'd be making money. People would be making money, and it would
It'd
be
easier.
It would be opening the door to that consumer level of making music. Because I can make music. If I can make a podcast show,
If you can make music, anybody can make
Right.
music. You know, it's not a.
I don't have to
specific-
be
you don't
extremely
have-
talented.
No, you just have to be like, you know what? I like this beat. I'm gonna put these words to it. Maybe add a little bit of funky stuff here.
Yeah, and
Music. There
There's
you
some
go.
people who like legit record albums and they don't get any recognition. I can't speak. And recognition.
Well,
That was closer.
this is what I wanted to say really quick because like what passes as music is kind of funny. Like if you go back a couple years and go number 9, go there.
Turn me on, dead man.
Turn
Turn me on, dead man. Turn me on, dead man.
You know, like that passes as music. A lot of things can pass as music. I guess I wouldn't personally say that's completely music
I don't know if I'm gonna pay $1 for that.
in iTunes. You know, no,
Right.
I wouldn't.
But that's a choice.
Yeah, it's a personal choice.
Yeah. And look, if you release 2 separate buttons, or you release one little button that says consumer store, okay, and you call it something completely else. You can look, if you can make a separate store for newsstand that nobody I know uses unless you want the newspapers that are in the newsstand.
I'll pass.
Yeah.
Because it's free anyways. I'll just
If-
go online.
If you want it, you can do it. Now, you could release iTunes Consumer or call it something better, but the point is
Yeah.
it's a store where people can publish music. If anybody can write an app, because little 12-year-olds who have amazing talent and skill can write, math apps that solve math problems for their little brothers. Like I've seen this done. If you can do that with apps, do it with music. Look, you started with music.
So you're thinking in the next 5 years we're gonna have more consumer-based music? Like,
I think we
do you
can
think
do
the
it.
big businesses are gonna start like dying out a little bit? And it's gonna be
Yes.
more consumer-based.
I think
I would-
okay, I don't think in 5 years they can die out. I
Well,
think
they're
within
gonna start
10
going-
years.
10 years, yeah, they're definitely gonna start dying out. Like I think like the big record companies are out there. Like for like I don't know what's out there. There's still American Audio Association, shit like that. I don't know. I know it's AAA, but I guess that's not completely it. But they're out there, you know.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, I know, man. But like,
The world is doomed to this experience that we have to have. Look,
Yeah.
we need the people, and I talk about this all the time on this show. If I can sit here and make a show, if I can make a show in my bedroom with 2 microphones, release it on the internet for completely free. Literally, the only cost was the equipment. Done. If I can do that, anybody can make their own content. Okay? Look, I support anybody who wants to make something.
do it, man.
The internet is the greatest place. If SoundCloud is the current way to make music and share it. That's just how it is.
Okay.
If you Google Music didn't take off. It's a brilliant idea. It didn't take off. SoundCloud in 5 years. Hopefully somebody like Google buys them. Okay?
Yeah.
And we say now you can actually support modern file formats and the whole thing's updated and it runs a lot smoother than it does. That would be amazing. Okay? Because you can release music on SoundCloud and it just doesn't sound the same it did when you made it. If you could do that and Google bought it and your plays counted the same way AdSense does on YouTube currently, if you added AdSense to SoundCloud, people can make music another way.
Yeah.
Make music, sell it, basically. Okay? For every listen, you'd make money.
Okay, so 5 years more consumer. Do you think the genres are gonna change much in 5 years?
No.
I think they're just gonna be the same. Maybe there's more techno and crap.
Hopefully
Nothing really big. There won't be a big change in 5 years.
no.
I don't think.
Not in genre.
All right. So we're going to jump to 10 years now, Dave. Are you ready?
Yep.
I'm liking your idea with the consumer-based products.
Yes.
I like that. I hope that happens.
Yep.
And I think the genres might change a lot in 10 years. It'll jump to something crazy that I'm not sure of anymore. It might be that complete instrument-based materials, like say guitars, they won't be gone, but they'll be like very, very far fading away.
No.
You know, stuff like that. What do you think?
I'm gonna go here with. We're gonna talk about how music's gonna sound in 10 years.
Oh, you're going with the sound. Okay.
Yeah. All right.
I have a feeling.
People right now,
All right.
and I'm taking SoundCloud as a trend,
Okay.
are releasing these synthesizer music that are basically beats alone by themselves with the occasional weird noise. I don't have another word to say it. A voice is weird
just
voice.
noise.
Yeah. Look, I might sound like an old loser here saying it sounds like noise. It's like saying that,
Okay, some of it is noise.
Yep.
It's like there'll be like a beat, and then all of a sudden you.
Yeah, but that's
in the background.
What do you call that? Like, look,
That's noise.
look. Some of it sounds great. If you can take a computer and make it sounds great and like echoey and strange and weird, and there's something about that isn't horrible. Okay, I'm not trying to. When I call it noise, I'm not saying that it's noise. It's junk. It's not like saying Sonic Youth was just noise. Okay. That's the current trend though on SoundCloud. Now SoundCloud is full of hipsters. Just saying. Look,
Bullshit.
some of you might not be hipsters.
Bullshit. They're not hipsters. You want to know what a real hipster is?
Yes.
A real
Yes, I do.
hipster is a person that will go and buy real old clothes. Not just these people who go in the coffee shop on their little MacBook with their fake hipster glasses and the stupid hat things that they wear.
The hat things.
I'm sorry. Every time I see one of those people in the coffee shop, I want to go into the coffee shop. I don't care what coffee shop it is. And I want to take the person's laptop and I want to beat them to the ground. I'm like, you're not a hipster. Stop trying to be one. Everyone heard about this before you. Shut up. I'm annoyed with it.
No, it's not going.
Yeah,
dude.
this is just me being crazy because I'm on coffee and it's early.
Yep. Another early morning show.
It's because it's my crappy work schedule.
Yep. Anyway, look, if that's the current trend, I'm not against it. It's a little bit better than some auto-tune repetitive stuff.
Oh yeah.
Not to say that the noise genre, that's what we're gonna call it, isn't repetitive, because it is.
It's all repetitive.
But
I'm not saying that music in general isn't repetitive though.
No.
Like if you think about it, like
yeah, all
like,
music's repetitive. It's
it's all
music.
repetitive to a point, but when you take the lyrics and you take the whole song, it just repeats in an infinite loop, and the song could literally go on for 3 hours and you wouldn't notice it.
Right.
That's
No.
when it's bad.
Those hipsters who make noise
Fucking
on
hipsters.
on
Fucking
SoundCloud.
hipsters.
This is a personal preference because we're talking about music. I'm allowed to speak my mind.
Okay.
To me, it seems like a revert to a modern classical music. Let's just throw it out there. Classical music is instruments, pianos. Are you okay there?
Yeah, I'm okay.
You're making a strange face.
I'm fine.
Alright.
That was bad.
Yeah, your
Coffee.
mocha coffee didn't come up the right way, did it?
No, it was like half a burp and something. And I was like, oh, it's nasty as hell.
No.
Oh yeah,
But-
I'm sad. My coffee's gone.
Yeah, mine too. Mine's been gone. Like, since
Dude, you drank. I haven't even seen you drink it. When the hell did it disappear? It's gone.
Yeah, there's a little bit left.
Yeah, mine's gone.
Yeah, there's the amount that was left in the bottom of the cup, and then the ice melted, and then there's a little bit more now.
Literally, I never saw you take a drink out of
That's
it.
because I drank it like right before the show, so I'd wake up.
Dude, you like
I
chugged
I
it?
love coffee. I love coffee. I down it, especially iced coffee.
Yeah.
It's just gone. Anyway,
iced coffee.
all right, back to my revert on classical music.
All
Classical
right.
music is this music that piano, orchestras. It's soft. It's in Lord of the Rings. If you don't know what classical music is, listen to the soundtrack
If you don't
to
know
Lord
what
of the
fucking
Rings.
classical music is, what the hell?
No.
Classical music is music that was made more than 100 years ago.
I feel like
Pretty
there's
much.
people who don't know though.
Well, this is when I start wanting to hit people.
This is why we do this show. Okay.
Dude, if you don't know what classical music is, where have you lived?
Yep.
You've never heard like a Bach symphony? You've never heard Mozart? You've never heard all these good... Oh, this is actually bad because I've been in choir for most of my life.
Right. So
That
you
could
have,
be why.
You have a different
I have
opinion
a different...
on art.
Oh, yeah.
The point is, these hipster techno
Fucking hipsters.
noise sounds like classical music
But
if a different sense. It's extremely long. All right, just hear me out on here.
Okay, I'm hearing you. I got you.
It's long.
Okay.
There's not a lot of vocal because there's not. It's semi-repetitive, but not so repetitive that you feel like you're listening to the same thing over and over. But it's also that kind of music that plays in the background. You just kind of hear it, and it smoothly just, transitions itself. Every song feels like it kind of fits together. You could just listen to it out for hours, and it would be in the back of your head, and you wouldn't even notice it.
And you're thinking that's going to continue into the 10 years.
Yes. By 10 years, that'll be a lot of
So we're going to...
6 minutes of techno sound noise.
Oh, God.
That...
For me, I would wish that, like, I'm going to take it with the... I like the 6-minute thing, but I'm going to hope that, like, some good bands come out again, even though I know there's not going to be a lot of bands anymore in 10 years.
Sorry. Oh, there's artists.
You're going to have this front man, and that's about it.
Yep.
It's
Single
just
man
like,
band.
It's just like, okay. The popular artist, Lady Gaga, Justin Bieber, name one of the people who work in the back on drums, guitar, synthesizer, at all.
Lil Wayne. I'm totally screwing with you.
I know. But, like, you don't know those people. It's just what it's going to become.
Right. No, you don't know who they are. You're never going to know who they are.
Which is bullshit.
Yep. Look, those people deserve just as much credit as Justin Bieber.
Oh, yeah.
Now we can't say that there weren't bands that were...
It's a pencil, don't worry.
A pencil fell. Anyway, you can't say that there weren't one-man bands back in the day.
Oh, yeah, there were.
Queen is a perfect band. Look, okay, maybe it's not, but personally, loving Queen music, I still can't name anybody else in Queen except Freddie Mercury.
I can't remember any.
Right, you just don't remember it. You know why? Because Freddie Mercury shined.
You know who is the original frontman? Elvis.
Right.
Played his own shit. He's like, you know what?
Called himself Elvis. Johnny Cash is another example.
Name
somebody else who played in Johnny Cash's band.
Johnny Cash.
Johnny Cash.
That chick he married.
There's a whole band there.
Oh, yeah.
Look, there's a whole band that hung out with Johnny Cash. Do you know the band? No.
Some people might.
So, yeah, diehard
Those
Johnny Cash
diehard
fans.
people are like, you know what? I know every single one of his songs. I know every one of the people in his band. I know all of them.
I know the whole story.
Even
though I read about it, I just know everything about it.
I have eaten one of his guitars. What?
Concerned?
No, maybe.
A little bit.
I don't know.
No, but see, like, that's what I mean. There's plenty of them, okay?
Yeah.
But now, how many... There's a few left, okay? But Gautier, that's the name he branded to himself. Gautier doesn't... Well, he might make all the music by himself. I'm not even sure. The point is there's got to be other people who played instruments in that thing, and you can't name anybody else except maybe that other singer.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, there's other people there, but he calls himself Gautier, and there's no other people in the band.
He could always just be using a synthesizer that he bought that
Right.
had preloaded sounds on it.
There's 3,500 dozen beats to choose from.
Exactly. There you go. Dude, my keyboard that I bought that's been used, it was from 1993 or something, from the year I was born, takes these cartridges that I've never seen in my life with preloaded beats. The thing has preloaded beats on it.
Yep.
And this is a while ago.
And you can add beats.
Oh, yeah. You can, like, put your own spin on it.
Once again, if this was a show where I had the license to play any song I want, I would take a minute and play state of the art.
All right. Then there's this. Okay, I'm going to go even farther back. My grandmother's organ that's in her basement since I've been born. She's lived in that house since, I don't know. Okay, this thing has an old plug, so it's been around for a while. It's from at least the 60s or 70s.
Yep.
You know what it has on it? Preloaded beats.
Yep.
Yeah.
Preloaded drum beats.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's really funny. It's not, like, as technological as nowadays, but there's, like, a switch. It's like, I want drum. Click.
Yeah.
Do, 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 do. That's about it.
Yep.
You know? It doesn't change. You're just do, 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 do. And other stuff like that. Like, you could add, like, crap in the background.
Right. Now, look. If we're going to stay here in this 10 years, we're going to say music is going to turn into
Frontman
I
music?
want to call it a modern classic.
A modern classic.
Yes.
I don't really like that.
And that sounds horrible in my head.
does.
It sounds horrible coming out of my mouth. It sounds horrible in my head. It sounds horrible coming out of wherever you want it to come out of. But I'm not the best at naming stuff.
I would go. It's more frontman music.
Yeah.
I'm not putting it in a genre because I can't, because I don't know. But frontman music would be the best thing because we're kind of going that way anyways.
That, and there's the front man, and then there's the
band.
I call it the background music of life. Look,
Yeah.
look. I can sit and listen to classical music. Throw a shuffle list of. I'm just gonna throw out movie soundtracks because those are the most recent classical music you can find. I mean, you can find some stuff, but stuff that people would know. It's just throw out like Lord of the Rings and Harry Potter.
Okay.
Both soundtracks are fully classical music, straight up.
Oh yeah.
Now, you can listen to that. Now put it on the background. Okay. Do something else and see how long it takes you to realize you've been listening to that music for a really long time.
True.
It'll just float there. Now,
It's gonna be going and going and going.
digital music.
It's just like listening to the Grateful Dead or
Yeah.
Pink Floyd or
Pink
something.
Floyd's the best for that. Oh, that's me.
Dude, Pink
But
Floyd kills time like a motherfucker.
I don't know what they did, but
Dude, I have a Pink Floyd record, Dark Side of the Moon.
Yep.
One of the best records I have of Pink Floyd.
Yep.
I have no clue how long that record is. I really don't.
it's like 45 minutes.
One side is 45
Yeah.
minutes, which isn't normal.
Right. No, but take every Pink Floyd song. Take all you can think of, throw them in a playlist on iTunes, and put it and just let it play down. And look, you will make it through that playlist without trying.
Oh, no.
Like, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I mean,
No,
yes.
no problem.
No problem, yeah.
You'll be like, you'll go,
What
it's
happened to
over,
music?
and then you'll walk down, you'll look over at your iTunes, and it's like 2.5 days of music.
And you're like, when the hell did this happen?
When did I listen to this for 2.5 days? You walk outside, and everybody goes, where have you been?
No, you're going to walk over your playlist. It's 5 years long, and all of a sudden, you're like, oh, my God, I'm in the future. Walk outside. There's like hover cars and shit. God damn it. Some bitch.
The airplane cars.
Goddamn Pink
That's
Floyd
that's another
taking
show.
up my life.
Yeah. No.
All
But,
right, so you want to jump to 100 years?
yeah.
Are we ready?
Are you ready?
Are you ready?
How many minutes are we in?
We are an hour and 2 minutes into this thing.
And we're getting to 100 years.
Yeah,
God, I
so-
love music. All right.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Music's awesome, man.
this is just going to be
You
really...
can't go wrong with music. Music is such a good thing.
This is where we'd like to take an intermission. Please
No.
take... No. But seriously, it's been an hour.
Okay,
and
dude.
You're probably going, God, how long are they going to talk about this? This show could go on to 2 hours. So I'm just going to warn you right now. So
Warn you right now, if I started talking about the things I wanted to, I don't really want to put all that crap out there because I don't know if I can talk about it for so long. But this could reach 3 to 4 hours. If me and you just went off.
No, we could. I
On
could
a-
do this.
Oh,
All right.
yeah. But
Let's
we're
stop
not-
wasting time talking about how we could go off. All right. Got it.
Tech.
100 years.
All right, 100 years. Frontmans are going to dominate probably.
Yes.
It's all going to become, it's all synthesized. There's no more instrumentation. There's no more instruments being sold.
I'm going to take a stab again in the woods where there's no trees. Yeah. All right.
As
Anyway.
Curtis takes out his knife and goes,
Yeah. We're going to take a stab here. No hardcore labels 100 years from now.
Oh, no. There's going to be nothing
No.
like that.
No. Look, it is too cheap to make your own music right now. Seriously. Look, on a budget, you could make a song. You could make a very decent song with
Oh,
a
yeah.
very decent recording and brilliant talent.
Dude, you
if you
did
have,
it.
yeah, if you have any ounce of talent at all, you could do it. Look, there's a
Okay.
lot of people who don't have talent who are going to do it. You and Jeff made the awesome, sexy,
Awesome, super
super
sexy.
awesome, super sexy theme song. Okay, with a keyboard that had literally nothing on it. Okay, compared to what could be on it.
Compared to new synthesizers, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
We're using my 1990 something keyboard.
Right. Yeah. Dude, the amazingness of what people can do with very little is amazing.
Astounding.
The magic swing piano really is astounding.
Dude,
I can
Stomp is a justice to that sentence you just said. What instruments do they have? They don't.
Trash cans,
Trash cans, that kind of shit. Yeah.
silverware, pieces of metal,
Dude, it works.
sticks.
That stuff works, man. It
Yep.
sounds good. Brooms and shit. Come on.
Yeah, the brooms.
you
the
can't
stuff-
beat that shit.
No. If you can make music, you can make music with anything. Look,
Oh, yeah.
we're just gonna talk about this because I think it's amazing. Pink Floyd, while discussing making the wall, they spent a year trying to make household materials into instruments. So they took rubber bands and pieces of cardboard and tried to make them sound like a bass.
Awesome.
They spent like hours upon hours upon hours tuning rubber bands to sound just like a bass.
I love that kind of thing because, like, you know how movie companies make all the weird sounds? You're like, oh my God, how'd they do that?
Right.
Have you ever seen the movie Wall-E?
Yes.
You know the laser blaster that Eva has?
Yes.
You know what's the main thing for that sound?
What?
They took a slinky,
Yep.
they hung it from the ceiling, and they pinched it and went.
That's awesome. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Sound effects are something I love to learn. Like legit, like making sound effects for the fun of it. The Pink Floyd took pots and pans and made a legit drum set out of pots.
Sweet.
Okay.
Dude, somebody did that in New Jersey.
Yeah.
Like a few years ago, I went to there, and there was a guy who was he must have been a drummer or something.
Yeah.
Because he had the beat. He had all these buckets, smaller, some were plastic, some were metal,
Okay.
all around him. And he had one that was upside down for, like, collection, because he was a panhandler. It was
Okay.
obvious he had no place to live. But this guy was so good. I'm like, how are you not in a band, you know?
Right.
And sometimes I pass by panhandlers because sometimes they're just assholes.
Right.
Like the one guy that kept coming up to people, can I bum a cigarette? I haven't had a cigarette all day. So what?
Yeah, you won't die.
You won't die from that.
You might be cranky.
Cranky.
You might be cranky, but you're not gonna
But
need
like
it.
that, I couldn't pass that guy up. I stood there and like gave him $5.
Yeah. No.
Like, this guy's awesome.
I don't remember. I'm pretty sure it was in Washington D.C., but there was a dude playing saxophone. And I gave him $1 because he just kicked ass.
Some of them just kick ass. They were just probably musical. They were musicians, and then they just lost their job or something.
They either lost their jobs or they just never got
Famous or
famous
anything.
or big, or they never got the opportunity. And you know what? Look, you have that talent. You have the talent. It's hard to make it still. Look,
Oh yeah.
no matter what you might have currently today, you might have that talent and you might be awesome at it. But finding a job doing it, it's kind of rough, to be truthful. I mean, if
It's
my perfect dream takes off, the people who really do have talent will continue to shine with way more people will shine than they do now. There are so many people out there who have some legit, talent playing instruments who just don't have it. They don't have the job. They don't have the money. They don't have the money doing it. But if somebody knew they existed, they'd have it.
Oh yeah. So 100 years, we're hoping that people will have more creativity and like be out in the world, and the people who are good will be out there.
Yeah, no, and
But you're always gonna have those people who aren't.
right now in a world where anybody can publish music, okay?
True. You could be found out anywhere.
Yes.
There's your job right there.
The rating system
Mm-hmm.
is going to matter a lot more than it does now.
Yeah.
The people on the only way this is going to work, and this is this is the theory I have. iTunes, the current way it's made, can't live in a social network world. They made this thing called Ping. You probably don't even know what that is. Okay?
I don't.
And the people who do know are going, that bullshit, okay?
That bullshit. It's
Three-
like when I talk about rap. That bullshit.
2 or 3 years ago, Apple released a service within iTunes called Ping. Ping, I would call it a mixture of Facebook and Twitter music. Okay?
Okay.
This isn't a bad idea.
Mm-mm.
Artists release a page and call it, they have followers just like on Twitter, okay? And you get to see what other artists are liking, okay? And
Okay.
there's a like on ping button in iTunes that it still exists if you turn ping on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen it before.
And you never hit it because you're like, what the fuck? Okay.
Yeah.
You can share your music. Now, the coolest thing about that is I can go, hey, look, Curtis, look what I'm listening to on iTunes. Like it. And that you get a link to buy it. Now, we're all bums, and we don't necessarily buy all our music
Who buys music?
from iTunes.
Who buys music?
The point is, if you spend tons of money on music, because I buy music that I support. When
Oh yeah.
When Paul McCartney releases an album, I find it, I listen to it, I go, I kind of like that. I'll buy it, because it supports somebody who made it. Okay, not necessarily him directly, but
somebody.
Right. The point is, I'm willing to do that now. Spotify. Look, I've adopted Spotify only like a couple days ago, officially, because I hated the necessary need of a Facebook login. Okay.
Yeah, that's annoying.
I hate that, but I'm like, all right, screw it. You know what? Fine, I'm gonna do it. Coolest thing in Spotify is the people button, and I can look at what all my friends liked on Facebook, and then I can click on the songs that they liked.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
That's the coolest thing to me. Maybe that's just me, but if Ping worked, it would be that, but better.
Oh yeah.
Because it would be in iTunes, which is where most people get their music. That's where most people sync their music. That's what most people use, is their music manager. It's just the truth.
It is. I had to adopt that because iPods don't work with Windows Media Player. Plus, my Windows Media Player didn't work for 3 years. I had my computer, which was kind of weird, and then it just decided to work one day, and I was like, "What?"
Yep.
That was one of the weirdest experiences of my life.
If Ping is that's a service, okay? Now, Apple's decided to kill it, so we might as well not discuss it because it doesn't even show up in the current betas. Like, it's just gone. It was that bad of a failure. Ping let you share music with your friends, and it let you look at what other artists liked. Okay, so it's like going like Gautier. Okay, what does Gautier like? What does Lady Gaga like? What does, that's cool.
Yeah, that'd be sweet.
Yeah, and it's all on iTunes, so you could buy the music right there. You can listen to the previews all right there. It's a cool idea. It's great. Now, Spotify does that a lot better because I can listen to the whole song.
Yeah.
Now,
I like that.
What I don't get why that service didn't take off. But that and my friends and all sorts of other social networks that Apple's made proves that I don't know if they can make a reliable system of consumers who rate music, because in a world where anybody can publish music, it relies on a lot of people to rate, comment, and boost what's good and what's bad.
In a world where anybody can post content, anybody can rate it. That's a problem.
Right.
Because you can have those people who are like, oh, I really like this artist. And then there's people who are pressured, and they're like, oh, I don't like this artist because nobody likes this artist. There's those people.
Now, there's the happy YouTube world, okay, which is a perfect example. Now...
Happy YouTube world? I love how happy YouTube
world
comes from the guy whom both of us made. My freaking iPad was not in the box.
Yep.
And gets like
500,000 views
and a few thousand comments that was hate mail.
Yeah. All right. The point is,
just
now here's where YouTube works, and at the same thing, this is the biggest flaw currently with YouTube. The people who are partners, quote unquote, the best YouTubers
suck.
Now that they all suck.
I think most of them
suck.
Most of them suck.
The point is, those are the only people who shine. Now, in a world where music can be published by anybody, the same way anything can be published on YouTube, okay?
Hopefully those people
this show will get 50 views if I share it and 7 if I don't. I tested that last week to see how many people would actually listen to The Last Lane in the future. Got 7 listens without me spreading it. The point is, if that's what happens, the whole world of anybody posting music won't work in 100 years.
True. Because all those corporate people who are the best, quote unquote, will shine, and like us, we're gonna be the people who are making crap in our basement. Not like we're the real artists out there.
Not that anything is. There's nothing wrong with this show. This show is pretty damn good. All right, I am not afraid to say that, and I'm very proud of this show.
Yeah, we're pretty good out there.
The problem is unless I find a large fan base, which is very hard to do in a world where I love dogs. The
dogs are awesome.
Yeah.
Don't you love dogs?
Yeah. The point is if unless somebody widely supports our show, it won't get out there.
Yeah, we're not getting shit
Now,
here.
in an iTunes where anybody can publish music, which I'm 100% sure that this will exist in 100 years, that people will be able to post music and sell it.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Whether it's through iTunes or another service, it will exist.
Oh, it'll be there.
Right. Now.
It could be called the Pirate Bay, but it'll be there.
Yep. You could probably do that now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. The point is,
I've seen stuff like that on there. People are trying to get out there somehow.
yeah, and there's a
Authors do that on Pirate Bay.
yes, they will publish their book.
And people are like, "Did you know your book's being stolen?" It's like, "Yeah, I put it
I
there."
put it on Pirate Bay, and then it'll be sold twice as much as it was before it was put on Pirate
It's
Bay.
free
So
publicity because people want the real book. They want to be like, "I want to read this now."
I want
It's
to
awesome.
I want to support people.
Exactly.
If the system that the best shine will work on on iTunes, but there has to, and this is the problem currently with YouTube especially, is there has to be a way for those who aren't the best to shine.
It has to be like the old YouTube,
Yeah,
like where
you can.
the newest was the newest. It
Yeah.
wasn't the newest of the best. It's the newest of whomever was there first.
Yeah, and that's
That's how I like to watch videos, because I would go to today's newest uploads,
most recent uploads.
and I see all these things that have 0 views.
Yep.
Because they're of these like random people.
Yep.
And
You know how hard it is to find that, but it exists still.
It still exists. I can't find it.
It's hard. I've done it. I don't know where it is now. They changed YouTube again.
I'm gonna find it and do it and like subscribe to like a bunch of people
Right. Now.
and see what happens. I'll be like, you know what, people, I like your shit.
Yep.
Let's get found out. Let's go.
Now. That's the problem. Then there'll be these 10 guys who make music in their basement. They release an album every single week, and
It's never gonna be found
nobody
out.
else will be found out. And there has to be. Here's how it has to work. You have to be able to find shit
Okay.
to find good music.
Yeah.
That's how it has to. You have to be able to go, look, here's where the best music is. This is what's doing the most popular, and this is what is the actual talent of the world. Okay, that are just people in their basements. Here's people in their basements that might be awesome, and we don't really know.
Yeah.
And you are taking your own risk to hear people who can't sing.
I'd rather take the risk and hear
Yep.
some crappy artists be like, okay, those people really aren't good,
Right.
and then find the diamond in the rough. You know, you're
Yeah.
like, oh, this guy's freaking awesome.
Yep.
Dude, I found that a while back.
Yeah.
There's a guy I found out he has like 3 subscribers. I don't remember the channel name or anything, but he does like these little chorus things. This dude has a range of a first soprano to a second bass.
Right.
I've never had anyone before have that much of a range. This dude's freaking amazing.
There's talent
I
in
hit
the
the
world.
subscribe in no time. I was like, boom, done. Watching every one of his videos.
Look, 100 years from now, I'm one of these people who believes this. There won't be a record label.
No, it'll all be consumer based.
Look, there's going to be people who have enough money because it's not getting more expensive to produce stuff like this.
It's getting
not.
cheaper.
It's getting cheaper, and it's going to continue to get cheaper. It's one of the only things in this world that is getting cheaper. Okay, look, if you can buy like a legit professional mixing board, okay, for $1,000, that's really not that bad.
No.
Look, most people can afford $1,000. Once you start making enough money and you have a good job, you can afford $1,000.
Yeah, especially
And-
if you make payments on that crap.
Yeah, and that's
They give you options. Like
Right.
if you go to Best Buy, you can make payments of $15 a month over, a lot of months, but you're still getting that thing.
and it's professional quality.
Yeah.
You're not lacking.
There's more stuff available to you nowadays.
You can pay a guy to come in and a cheap guy to come in and professionally make a room sound quality because I know in this room you can hear a fan and whatever. It's a bedroom. Suck it up.
Yeah.
Okay.
It could be worse.
Yeah, it sounds decent.
We could
and
be outside.
Yeah.
You could hear trucks.
You could hear more than my dogs.
Would you like to hear trucks?
The
That's where you add the sound effect of trucks, Dave.
I don't have a sound effect for trucks.
You will find one later.
Okay.
Okay.
No, but if anybody can do it, there has to
In 100 years, if anybody
everybody
can do it,
will do it.
oh yeah.
Anybody who wants to do it will do it on their own. There won't be a label. You know how much a label takes from you?
So much.
You don't.
So much.
People like Metallica and other bands who hate LimeWire, hate Pirate Bay, destroyed Napster, okay? Napster's before I was born. Well, I was born, but I didn't
I had naps.
use a computer. The point is, if we're going to continue to fight that system of stealing music, okay, you got to realize that I would love my music to just be downloaded, okay? The labels take so much money from the artist anyway that they're not making enough money off that. That's why they get so pissed. Okay? Now, they make plenty of money.
This was one of the things I didn't like about music. Okay? I'm just going off that record label thing. Bands are in it to make money now. I don't like that.
Nope, that's a
If
problem
you're
in
making
itself.
music, you should be making it to make music.
Right.
To make what you like to do. It's like you with your videos. You like making videos. You do it no matter how many views you get.
Right.
You do it no matter how much money you get.
Right.
We're still making what we like to do.
We're doing a podcast and we're getting
A few 50
few views.
views. We want to do it. We
Yeah.
like doing it just because that.
It's fun.
Dude, it's the alternative to video making because I can't be there the whole time.
And we can do this anymore.
Whenever the fuck.
Yeah, this is... I walked into a radio class
When
a
did we
couple months ago, and my teacher... I said I make movies and stuff, and he goes, well, wait till you learn how to do this, because this is really fun, and it's not as hard. And I go,
And it's fun. It's great.
And I'm like, this is great. This works. This is like doing a vlog every single day for a year, but an hour long. I get to actually express my opinion. In the world where people are so concerned about these labels making money, okay, going, we can't let people steal music. They make all their money off concerts,
Share music. Bullet.
concerts and big events and, deals with commercials, and that's what they make their money.
That's like saying that movies make their money off DVD sales. You know?
No.
They make it off the premieres in the theaters.
In the theaters.
That's it.
Yep.
That's it.
The DVDs, yes, they make a little bit of money.
Yeah, but
okay?
it's nowhere near to what they make in all the movie theaters.
Right.
Like, what did some of them gross like over a couple, what is it, like $300-400 million?
And how many DVDs do you buy new?
None.
None.
I don't buy DVDs
I don't
anymore.
buy $25 new DVDs.
Fuck that.
Look. That's a problem. Okay. I also I hate movie theaters that charge you. Okay, here's how I know this, and I know this because I've been to movie theaters. Detroit Theater, that's gone, and I will never let that go.
I love Detroit Theater.
I will never ever let that go. That's turning
Neither
into
would
a
I.
McDonald's.
Fucking shit.
The point is, they charge the bare minimum that the movie studio requires because they have to sell a license for that person to come into that movie theater, and that license is somewhere around $450, close to it.
And that's how much a movie cost.
And that's how much a movie costs the movie theater to show to you. My problem, and this is something we can go on about movies, but my problem is that movie theater will charge $450 for that movie, or will charge $9 to see that movie, which means they're
bullshit.
making the profit back from you by you seeing that movie.
But then you also
and then the concession stand is extremely expensive, and they make all the
Yeah.
money off that.
Well, you gotta think they're like, I know you're thinking of the cinema over in Crocker. I know that's what you're
Yes.
thinking of.
Any
There is a
Regal.
thing you have to think there are employees. There are those. Well, yes, you're making bank. I know. I get this.
On the concession stand.
Oh, you're making a bunch of money everywhere. If a drive-in movie theater that gives you 2 movies for the price of 1 at Crocker
Yes.
can make the same and stay open and shit.
Yes, and they put a big sign, and this is how we know this. They put a big sign up before every movie, even in the intermission, that says, "We make all our money off the concession stand. The movie studio makes us charge you money to get into this movie. We charge the bare minimum, and we do not make any money off that after maintaining a radio tower and putting the movie up on that screen.
And then when they're just
if you don't support our concession stand, we're done.
Yeah.
That's the same as saying a record label or an artist who makes music doesn't make their money off iTunes sales. Look,
Oh, no.
I have a hard time believing that. You know how much money? First of all, Apple takes 30 cents of every dollar song. Okay? The label probably takes the other 50 cents.
Yeah.
Okay? That's 20 cents odd left. Okay? And that's if nobody else gets a license off that song. The label might be making money. And iTunes might be making money. Okay? But you're getting nothing.
Okay, I like how South Park portrayed this in the music industry. You see that boy over there? I forget what it was, the famous
yeah.
rap star. He wanted a private island for his birthday. Guess what he's not getting? Who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
Bullshit.
It's the truth,
Who gives a hell? Who gives a fuck that you're not getting a goddamn big mansion? You should be in it for the music, not the money. The music.
Look, I understand that for them to make music, it costs money to use a studio space. Okay?
Yeah, but you're making that money back in no time.
Right. If I could make a studio space with a 2-channel interface, a low-end, couple-year-old Mac, and two $50 microphones to make a show, it's not that hard.
Oh no.
Look, we've made this money back to me. We have done 7 shows and podcasts. We've recorded 7 shows. We haven't released them all. The point is, doing this, I feel like the money that I spent on the mics and the interface and everything was already worth it. Okay?
Oh, yeah.
The time and the fun in it was spent. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Now it's just fun. Now it's free, and we get to do it.
It's the great part about it,
Yeah.
Dave.
We might make nothing, but how much does it hurt me to kill an hour and a half sitting in my room talking to one of my friends that I would do anyway?
Exactly.
Yeah, I just put a microphone in front of my face and
We record
in my
what we
head
talk.
comprehend what I'm saying before I say it because
Exactly.
these are recorded. But, it's a world that I can't believe that you're that determined to make money. That you won't just
That's why
suck it up.
I don't know.
Sell concert tickets. That's how they make their money. They charge $100 like a concert ticket. Okay.
And you get
They also make you buy like
that's
6.
that's the nosebleed seat.
Yeah, like
Way
it's
in
like
the back.
$50 a ticket, no matter what. I $40 to $50 is the usual, and that's shitty seats.
I hate
And
going
you
to
have to buy
concerts.
you have to buy 6 tickets. You can't buy 2. You can't buy 1. You got to buy like 6 tickets.
That's bullshit.
They make their money back.
Oh yeah.
Look, that studio space, yeah, it costs them a couple grand to use.
Yeah, to rent the arena or whatever.
Sell the front row tickets.
You know.
Money back. Okay. Then your CD doesn't make any money. Your record doesn't make any money. Your concert makes money. People wanting to see you makes the money. This is the problem. Now, SoundCloud gets bought by Google or some other bigger company. That's my dream here. Okay? In 100 years, I believe SoundCloud can't be maintained because they lose money off of it already. And it's already flawed. And if it doesn't get updated, it's going to be even more flawed.
Yeah, things happen like
In 100, and there's nothing wrong with that. Look,
everything's flawed.
some random person made that website. It cost them money. It's the YouTube story all over again. Let's pretend Google buys it, and let's pretend that they attach their little service called AdSense, and those people who get a couple million listens on SoundCloud, they made their money back on AdSense because I know how it works. Okay, dude, it's amazing. This world in 100 years has to be like that. It's not going to be labels.
There's no labels.
There's not going to be
anymore.
labels.
The labels are gonna die.
Look, if the labels are anything, we're going to call them producers and we're going to call them concert organizers.
It's basically
okay?
the agent behind all the crap.
Yeah,
That's it.
there has to be some group of people and some organization that controls concerts
Mm-hmm.
and things like that. And
But that's about it.
These people are going to have to do that because that's how you make money. It
Yeah.
will, and it'll continue to be how you make money, because no matter what, people are going to find a way to steal music, and you're not going to make all your money off AdSense because of things like ad block.
Yeah.
The-
Sorry.
it's a system that's doomed to fail, but I can't imagine that a label will charge you thousands of dollars to be in a recording studio that they've already made their money back off of. Okay? They don't lose any money. They by losing money, they mean you're losing money to have you in there because they're leasing it to you and they can make more money off somebody else.
Exactly.
Like, that's the only way they're losing money in that studio. That's the only reason they got to charge you money, so that they can't put you in that space, so you're not competing with somebody else.
All right, so 100 years, what?
All consumer music.
I like it.
Everybody.
It's weird. I haven't really been talking a lot. I know that. This has mainly been you. I haven't done a lot of opinions, mainly because I agree with you almost 100% of the time.
I
That's a
feel like I've
problem.
been less cynical here.
Yeah, you've kind of taken my point, and I'm like, yeah, I agree.
Yep.
Pretty much. That's it.
5 years, there will be some sort of service that's better expanded
Something
for
will
this.
start, and then 10 years it will expand, and then 100 years it will be that
10
blossomed, hopeful, consumer-based.
5 years
music.
from now, there'll be a service, and I could be wrong, but I'm willing to admit it, that I think it'll be within iTunes within 5 years. That anybody will be able to sell music. If we can sell apps and make our own newspapers and make whatever the hell we want for the iTunes store, everything but music, it's going to happen in 5 years.
Oh, yeah.
10 years from now, the labels are going to be like, all right, screw it, we got to figure out something better to do. They are fighting the system. They continue to fight the system. The movie industry, the music industry, they continue to fight how it's going to happen. Movie industry fights Netflix to hell. Some of them.
Oh, yeah.
Some of them go, you know what, screw it, put our movies up.
Go
You know
for
why?
it.
Because you're going to give us a license fee. Good.
We're going to make some money off of you.
Right. Others are like, hell freaking no. Okay? Nope, not doing it. Doug, once again, that show that I love, old cartoon, 90s, Nickelodeon, was released on iTunes. I couldn't find it anywhere. Found it on iTunes yesterday morning, and I was like, hell yeah, buying season 1. You know, like, they fought it for that long, and you know who it was? It was Disney. You know why? Because they own that show now.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, we bought it, we made a crappy TV show out of it, we ruined it, and we made a really, really bad movie out of it. And you know what? We killed it, and then we hid it from the world. And the music industry does the same thing. They spend all this money fighting pirates, okay?
Do what you want, because a pirate is free. You are a pirate.
Pirates. They can't stop that.
Oh,
Okay.
You're never going to stop piracy.
No.
Music and internet piracy. Put it that way, because no matter what, they will find a way. They will meet you at the corner of some street with a jump drive and be like, put this in your computer.
Yep.
It's got all these pictures on it. It's got the movie you want. It's got the music you want.
They can continue to say, look, I can't sync my own iPhone with my own multiple computers. What the?
WTF, man.
Come on. Look, you guys fought that system, and you know what you're causing? You're causing problems for the innocent person. That's how the system works. You're making it difficult for somebody who's not doing anything wrong.
Yeah.
The attempt to stop piracy is an attempt to just make the honest person annoyed. That's it.
Yep.
That's all it does. You release a thing called SOPA to stop the Online Piracy Act.
Thank God that got killed.
Okay. Here's the problem.
What?
It destroys the internet and doesn't stop Pirate Bay.
Hell no. You don't stop shit.
If you don't stop Pirate Bay, you don't stop anything.
You know what you're doing? You just poked that bear. That was about it.
Yep.
It's like, I'm stopping this bear. I'm putting up a fence. What kind of fence? A 1-foot fence. Bear's gonna just walk over it. You didn't stop shit.
People are able to make their own stuff. Okay? Anybody can make their own thing now. And only in 100 years will that dominate. Look, if they continue in that... Look, I'm not against the labels existing. Okay? Look, professional people recording professionally is wonderful. Okay? And no matter what, it's going to take a very long time for consumers to get to the level that professionals do.
And that's when it's going to be 100 years.
And it'll be 100 years from now if they continue to fight it.
And
if
they
they
will, man. They will.
learn to embed themselves into the system in a, I'm going to use the word modern way, it won't be over. Record labels, I don't have the faith that they won't give this up. And so in 100 years, it's all consumer music. The talent will shine because there will be those who don't have talent. Because the talent still shines. It's how the system works. And those who have talent might not shine. But some will. And some will do it on their own. That's what I think.
I agree with that. I like it.
Yep.
So we ending?
Yep.
All right. I forget what we're supposed to say at the end, kind of.
I'll help you out here.
I'm a bad host.
This
All right, this
was Lane to the Future, brought to you by the More Daily Podcast Network.
And if you would like to talk to Dave or myself via Twitter, I am via Twitter, Backlane Films, BACKLANE capital
And-
BLNK, BLMF. I did that again.
Yep.
I did that twice now.
No, the beauty of Twitter is caps don't matter. But
All right, well, you'll find me.
I'm at DaceSpace. That's DACESPAC. And if you want to talk to other listeners of the show, use the hashtag Lane to the Future. That's LANE
LANE to the future.
to the future. And if you want to follow the other shows on this network that don't exist, you can use the at More Daily Show. That's MOOREDALEY show.
You know what's weird?
Yep.
Just a real quick thing before we end completely. I just noticed I'm the only one with a real, like, the normal name.
Yep.
MOODALEY.
You brought this up in like 2 shows.
You know what? Just go Lane. LANE.
Best thing ever is when I made the Twitter account
Yeah.
for More Daily Show. My teacher responds, "You spelled daily wrong."
This is Lane to the future.
Brought to you by the More Daily Podcast Network. We'll see you again.
Bye-bye.
Give it